It's time! It's time!
Hello, Sascha. How are you?
Hello, thanks a lot. I am
So great to see you. Thanks for coming and joining us today.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's been a while. I just looked at the NFT image I drew on our last stream, and it shows the date, and it's still hanging on my wall here. It was the 25th of May when I was there the last
that's a long
time.
time ago.
It's been a while, yeah.
In the NFT space, that is a super long time indeed. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And so much has happened. So many changes have happened here, and since we last spoken in your world, in your life, for sure.
Oh yes, definitely. A lot. I think the largest change is currently happening with me leaving Wombat and joining Atomic Hub as a product manager.
Yeah,
I feel that's the largest thing that happened to my life. It's been a quite tough decision, and it took me a while to take that step.
Yeah,
but now we're here, and I'm excited to be at your place and join you, hear about what you have to announce. I already got a sneak peek, and I'm also here to answer all your questions.
Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's what we're going to do today. We'll give some stuff away. We're just going to talk about what Sascha's been up to, what I've been up to. Hell, we'll figure out what you guys have been up to in the old chat. It's awesome. It's Friday. I'm so excited for this. What was it? I think I just messaged you, or you hit me or something. It was this crazy to find out that this happened, that you've changed. And like you just said, it is a tough decision. I bet. How did this come out of like left field for you? Was this like all of a sudden it was like this offer was in your face, or was this kind of something that you were wrestling with for a while?
It was kind of wrestling for me to see if I want to change.
Yeah.
And after I decided I want to change, I asked them. So it's not that they offered me joining Atomic Hub. This would have been a bad move in the industry, I'd say. So asking somebody else from the same industry, where is a corporation, to leave for them, this would have a smell, and it was not like that. Just to be clear, it's not that Atomic Hub asked me. It's I asked them, because I felt I want to change. I need a change in my life, and but I felt I love the wax space and the industry. So I was like, hey, I have knowledge here, and I have some passion here, and I want to stay in the space. And that's why I went to Atomic Hub and asked them, because I felt it's a good place to be. And it's like, with atomic acid standards, it's like the cause and the reason for that many NFTs out in the world, which they made possible.
Yeah.
And it felt for me like a very good step to go further, stay in the industry, stay with the friends I have here. And it's also not that I'm bad with Wombat. They do a great job. I love the Wombat wallet. I still love Dungeon Master. So everything is cool. Like I appreciate the time that I was able to be there, but
Yeah.
it was time for me to say farewell. That's my next step now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, okay. So as far as Atomic Hub goes, as far as politics go, as far as the world goes, I'm an optimist. Like I'm a pretty optimistic person, and like somehow I'm blind to a lot of dramas that seem to happen in the world. Like in my life, even on like movie sets where I'm the director and I'm supposed to know everything. You know, at the time when I'm making the movie, like the girl that I was dating, there's a movie, few movies that I made in a row. I was dating the same girl, and she worked on the movies, and it was crazy because like we'd go home after work, and she would tell me all of the gossip and all of the things that had happened, and I'm like, wait, what? So, all these crazy things, and I sort of feel like that's sort of somewhat happens to me in the wax space a little bit, but I've definitely heard like some rumbles and people like saying that there was like some dramas that were going on, like, people kind of calling Atomic Hub or wax out on things or whatnot, or just like gripes. People complain, of what it depends on whose agenda is what. Somebody's always going to complain about something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the fact that you've moved over, or that you're working with Atomic Hub, I think like for me, I was like, oh God, thank God, because you're such like a loved person in this space, and also like I think of you as like a Willy Wonka in my mind. Like you are like that creative, and to have you working at Atomic Hub, I was like, all right, hopefully this helps silence some of the haters or whatnot. Of anybody that has like rumbles or dramas, I was like, this is a good step, and at least in my mind from what I've heard. But I actually don't really know what people are complaining about. I guess one of the complaints is that I hear is that like Atomic Hub and Wax Studios or Wax is the same thing. And so they give like dibs to their own projects or whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, that's what you would do. Like if I was Atomic Hub and I had projects, I would want to give them their first light or whatnot. So anyway, I'm just rambling about like, dramas and people's gossips or whatever. But I think like, I'm curious what people have to say, or if people are excited about having you at Atomic Hub. What has the response been so far from the crowd? Have people been like bummed that you're leaving Wombat, or has it been more like, oh, congratulations, or yeah, where does it seem to like land for you?
So I was completely overwhelmed and surprised by the response, because the response in any case, really, in any case, the user wrote me, it was like, congratulations, good step, level up, cool that you still stay in the space, that you do something which still like changes the world I am like thinking and living in.
Yeah.
Because even if you're using other products like Nifty Blocks, Chain Champs, somehow every one of us uses Atomic Hub for different reasons. And I will be there to improve the amount of reasons why you should use Atomic Hub.
That's cool.
That easy. So I won't be talking a lot about my work at Atomic Hub then if I go start it, because there is a great social media team working on telling exactly about what is happening, when and why, and what's going on. So there is no need for me to do that. They are very good already and in planning. But hey, I am alive. I just renamed myself from Wombat Sascha to Live with Sascha, because this change of my Twitch name really made me lose like 2/3 of my viewers. So I went down from about 80 viewers to 20 to 30 viewers just after I changed my name. So I'm alive. I'm here. I was quite sick for a while, and I'm still not that 100% of my level. But I am alive. I'm here. If you have followed me and want to see me again, I'm going to be online at least on Sundays and Thursdays, maybe more often. And fucking crypto is here for me. Hey, fucking crypto.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. That's so cool. All right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that makes it's funny how that goes, but I'm glad you're still alive. I'm glad you're here with us in this space. I'm sorry that you got sick, and I'm glad that you've been able to sort of fight through it. And I wish you like all the best at like getting through the rest of that. Like that. Man, life is tough.
Yeah, it's like I got COVID when I was in Egypt
Yeah.
on vacation in the beginning of August, and now what I have is called long COVID. So it's not, you don't have COVID anymore, but you have different symptoms, and they are like get like wavy lines, like getting better, getting worse, getting better, and it's so energy. It's so much energy consumption if this happens. So I'm hoping that this is I'm getting through fast of this. I really upgraded house. Yes, it is.
Yeah. That's all right. So yeah, hopefully you can get through the rest of it. I'm sorry that happened. That's a bummer. I know some of those side effects that I've had other friends that have, we're talking about that same long COVID stuff, and it's just like I haven't had it yet. I've been like super like safe at not getting it, but I don't know. I'm getting less safe, so I'm just hoping that I can still continue to avoid it. But most people are shocked when I say that. They're like, what? Like, how have you not gotten it? It seems like everybody's gotten it at this point. But I don't know. I follow the rules. I stayed away from people as much as possible. But, still doesn't seem like that has protected everybody. So, yeah, that's a bummer. So, okay.
It hit me. It hit me just really hard. Like when we've been in Egypt for vacation and it hit me, I was like, I'm not certain if I make it through. So that was no fun. Some of my environment had like, oh, I've got COVID. I did not go to work for 2 or 3 days, and then they were like, oh, go, everything's fine again. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So let's jump back into the NFTs a little bit. Okay, how did you end up at Wombat? Like, how did you find yourself in the NFT space? Like, or was it crypto that brought you into the space, or was it gaming, or where? How did you find yourself here?
So last year when I searched a new job, I found Spielworks, the company behind Wombat, on LinkedIn, and I had no connection at all to crypto or NFTs.
Yeah.
But I was quite interested and I applied, and like on a Monday, I got a mail. Hey, this is fantastic. Your CV looks like we need you on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we had our first conversation. On Thursday, our second. And I met Adrian from Spielworks, a very creative, in a way, visionary person. And he explained me what NFTs are and why my CV is so extraordinary good for this space. And when he explained it to me, it was like, oh yeah, I got it. So I've been working for a German chat company, so chatting system, for a decade. And I started working for them as a freelancer and then as a full-time employee like 10 years ago. And they had smileys, so chat images you can purchase in packs. They had different probability from very often to seldom or very scarce.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had utility on the platform. You could trade them for money or just smiley versus smiley. So it felt like I completely played this NFT game already one time a decade ago, and the only difference was it was not decentralized, it was centralized.
Yeah.
But everything like packs and utility on items and tradable items and how to make things valuable, how do you make things that are appealing for users, that are desirable. All
Yeah.
this game I already played through multiple times, and that's why Edwin was so happy to have me, and that's also why I was such a good fit for that industry, even if I have not known that before.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I have, I have this passion to make things right for the customer. I mean, the company I'm working for also needs to make money. They need to pay the paycheck, and they need to grow and so on.
Yeah.
But I have this in myself. I have this thing that things need to be wide for the customer, like really, really wide. It needs to be clear, clear communicated. It needs to be understandable. Things needs to have reasons. And if there is something that is fucked up for any reason, you need to solve it and be quick and don't hide it. But show, hey, we found everything. We did a bad thing, a bad mistake.
Yeah.
It's our fault, and we're doing our best to solve this. There was an example, the case when we created packs that accidentally contained one instead of two items.
Yeah.
And we built a thing that you can blend your faulty pack for a correct pack. And then we had the problem that people were not able to blend when they had a web cloud wallet. So I was sitting there for 7 hours in Discord, taking people's packs and blending them manually, sending the right packs back.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's going the extra mile. It's saying sorry. Even it was not my responsibility. It was not my fault. It was somebody else's fault. But that's not important at all for the customer. It's not important that this person or that person has done a mistake. For a customer, the company at all needs to act like one person. And if you have done a mistake as a company, everyone who is able to should help solving this and saying, sorry, things happen, even if it's not cool at all. But we're here, we're standing here, we're open, telling you this was our thing. We're doing our best to compensate or even overcompensate you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm standing for.
That's great. Yeah, it's funny. Like, as again, going back to making movies, as a director of a movie, in the end, like it's your fault or it's your success, like, and the way that, like, I've always approached, like, everybody that's working for the movie, like, I feel like I have to convince them that it's their movie as much as it is mine. I've never worked well with people that, like, are just coming in to set up lights and that's their job, and they have no passion for the project. They don't even know what the story's about. That's never worked for me. It's always has to be like a team, a unit of people that are, like, in it with the same sort of mind frame of, like, going forward, or else anything that I've ever worked on, like, if the mind frame isn't there together, like, there's always, like, an issue, it seems like. So like, that is sort of like similar to, like, making it. You're making this movie for somebody else to watch, and it's hard to separate yourself from that sometimes, because it feels so important when you're doing it, and the nuances. But it's, for me, usually, like, the more movies that I've made, the more that I start realizing, like, it's not me making the damn movie, the movie's making itself, and it's, like, up to me to sort of, like, get it there in some weird way. But, like, I have to sort of listen to the project. It's going to tell me which direction we're going to turn, left or right. I don't know where I'm going with this ramble. I'm excited about all this stuff right now. And what you're saying is kind of just lighting my brain on fire, because that's this movie that we're releasing in November. is called Rabbit Hole. I want to share it with you. I would love for your opinion and your thoughts on it. But it was made very much in that way. We shot it in 2019 in December, like so right before like the world changed, you know, with the pandemic and everything. And there's some strange, like, well, the movie, like, you know, Rabbit Hole is the name of it. And it's sort of about crypto versus gold, sort of like China versus America. It's a comedy. It's like The Big Lebowski meets Darren Aronofsky's Pi. It's a road trip movie that starts in Las Vegas, goes to Chicago. I mean, starts in Los Angeles, goes to Chicago, and ends in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an adventure, and you know, it's a rabbit hole. So, you know, the idea is like once we shot it and everything, and then the pandemic happened, it was like there was a lot of themes and things that are going on in the movie that it was like, well, this is like sending the dart right to the bullseye on the dartboard. And it was this like I've started feeling like the longer that we waited to release it, the better. But it's also a Christmas movie too. So I feel like this November, the holiday season, like the way that the world is, it's kind of a perfect time to release this movie. And then the way that we're going to do it is by what we're calling the Movie City Cinema. And that's like a watch, listen, and play to earn system that we're building on the Wax blockchain, and that's also going to come out in November. And we have all sorts of things that are coming out with it, like, I mean, on the Wax side, but also on the Ethereum side, because we have a token, an ERC20 token called the Left token, which we launched right before everything went crazy and the Ethereum gas prices went nuts, and then NFTs got really popular. And then I started doing a lot of work on Wax by way of Upland. You know, I joined a crew of artists called the Upland Fan Art, and that's like the first collection pieces that I was doing on Wax back in 2020. And then so I started, you know, putting, I think some people will argue and tell you that I'm the first person to put a feature film on an NFT. And maybe that's just on Wax. I don't know about the East side, but like, you know, it's dated. I have the date right on the Wax blockchain. But, you know, yeah, it just seems like now's the time, you know. So we're actually going to have a token sale for the Left token on Halloween, on the October 31st, so in a couple of weeks. But what's coming along with this token sale, we've got new utilities set up for the token. We have staking coming. We have liquidity pools coming. All for that. We're going to have a swap because we're creating a new token for the Movie City Cinema. So we're setting up somewhat of a Wax to ETH swap, if you will, kind of like a manual-ish in a way, sort of like what you were saying when you were like blending packs. We'll be like, you know, sort of making the swaps happen. But within there, you know, so I'm saying the Movie City Cinema is a watch system, it's a listen system, and it's a play system. So you'll be able to watch our movie Rabbit Hole by joining, you know, by purchasing like the Rabbit Hole Film Club pass. And then once you're in, you'll be earning this new token that we're about to issue. And there'll be other like challenges and things that you can do to earn token by sharing the film and whatnot. And this is like a tool like this. We want this to be like a streaming service. We want other filmmakers to be able to come in, set up their own theaters, sell their own film passes, you know, set up templates to make it really easy for them to turn their trailers, their stills from the movie, their poster from the movie into NFTs that their communities can collect, you know. And then also, you know, there's other ways and stuff that it blends back into the game side of it. Now, and when I say listen, coming soon after we release the Rabbit Hole Theater, we're going to release the Rabbit Hole soundtrack in a music venue, in the Rabbit Hole sound, you know, Rabbit Hole Records is what we're calling it. And so you'll be able to go in and listen to the soundtrack and earn a token as well. Now, for the play to earn side of it, basically, you're going to be owning theaters and buying poster packs and staking the posters in front of your theaters to earn the tokens. You'll be able to level up your theaters, add you know, restaurants and, you know, things like that. And there's all popcorn, all sorts of things. We have a bunch of stuff. And this is the most I've ever said in public about it all right now. So, but it's all pretty much, you know, like ready to go. I mean, like things are still being built right now. We're working with Mike D from Waxdow. He's the one that's helping us and myself and Vis Nimeris and Mike D are the ones that are putting on a crap ton of work of it right now. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist of the movie City Cinema. If anybody has any questions, fire away. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I would love to show you the trailer.
Yeah, I want to see it. I can tell you, you sent me over a promo pack that contains one poster.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I just got a comment, but I was like, okay, let's open that pack, and then I was like, wow! I was so blown away from this unpacking animation.
Oh yeah,
I have not expected that at all, and I was like, okay, then LeftHouse can do stuff like that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. I'd love to show you the trailer here. So let's.
Cool. Let me make it. Let me make the screen a bit larger.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll blow it up too.
I have it.
All right. What is this thing?
It's better that you don't know.
You hear about the job?
Yes, I'm here for the job, yes.
Great. You must be Bill.
Yeah, I'm Bill.
This Christmas night, you must deliver this package to a person named Sir.
Are you Sir?
In the city of Chicago, Illinois, at 11:11 p.m. at the corner of Van Buren and LaSalle. Do not be late. Of course, if you are late or fail to deliver, you get nothing.
It says so too. It says Satoshi.
Happy holidays.
Pain.
A wildebeest will give birth to a baby wildebeest.
I had to get my bearings straight. Am I going crazy?
So the strings, they're gonna be pulling.
All lurking behind door number 33. It's a delivery job. This is all the information I can give you until you sign the contract.
Delivery job. It's legal though, right?
Now let's go down the hole.
All right.
Wow.
That's our little trailer for it. There's so much coming in the. I mean, we have stuff dropping every week leading up to it. So, and with that, the promo pack thing there, if you get another common, you can blend that up to an uncommon. You get 2 uncommons, you can blend that up. So, and then you can
I know the system somehow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what we've been working on like crazy, and I'm super excited. I'm so excited to share it with everybody. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, so this is the second time I'm hearing about Mike. You definitely need to put me in contact with him.
Oh yeah, have you checked it? Have you been to the Waxdow website?
Yeah, I've been there yet.
Yeah.
One time I heard about Mike last week, the first time I think, from Tony and Tufu.
Yeah, he's the best. Super great guy, and just like, I mean, his skill is incredible. Like what he can do is amazing. Why don't we open up the old? Well, you guys have already found the old Critter Craft. Lovely. For those that haven't yet, please go ahead and enter in. Yeah, you know what to do with your exclamation point plays. Yes. Oh, really quick. Yeah.
So how long is your movie?
It's 90 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a feature film.
So a fully flashed movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the eighth feature film that I've written and directed. And there's some actors in there that you might recognize their faces or whatnot. There's a fella that is in the car there, and he's kind of dictating to my character like what I'm about to have to do. But his name is John Hawkes. He was nominated for an Oscar for the movie Winter's Bone, and he's like one of those guys that he's been in everything. You've seen him in everything, and when you see him in person, you're like, wait, do I know this person? You don't associate him to the screen. Hell of a guy, like great musician, just a sweetheart. And then also James Duval is in the movie as well too, and he was the bunny in Donnie Darko, and he's like the main kid in that movie Independence Day back in the 90s. But yeah, he's been in all sorts of indie films and stuff. But we were roommates for a couple years, and
you know what would be great?
What's that?
LeftHouse imagine for the next movie, you make a bunch more of NFTs.
Yeah.
And you make 2, 3, 4, 5 storylines.
Yeah.
And depending on which NFTs I hold, the story slightly changes on different passes.
Oh yeah.
So you need to take more footage, but you may be you may do a movie with happy end and without happy end.
Yeah.
Like a bit like how Butterfly Effect is directed.
Yeah.
But you can directly change the movie. Like you have okay, I have this NFT and now I can have a decision in the movie, like want to go right or want to go left, blue pill, red pill, whatever you can pick, and you decide the whole path of how the movie goes forward. I mean, it's a lot more work because you're technically creating 2, 3, 4 movies from a different part.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a great idea. And it's funny because I'm actually writing an article for a magazine called Talk House about like Web3 and the film industry. And it's the second time I've written an article about this, but the first time was 2 years ago before the end. Like, so much has changed. So I was just reading, like going back and reading my old article, and like even some of the companies and people that I interviewed, like they're not even in the game anymore. It's changed so much. But I was talking to a fella the other day, and he was kind of like saying what you're saying, but like kind of in the reverse way of thinking about it, where like, move the studios and stuff. They've like, they shoot like pilots of TV shows, they shoot like these test things. Well, like, and they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to shoot these things that like might not even see the light of day. Nobody will ever see. Well, they can kind of start, they can build like an NFT collection and like launch that into the world, see if people like respond to it. And if they're like getting traction from just like, like the concept art and this and that, you know what I mean? Then you can like go forward and farther and spend the money. I see how it's going to start making content and movies and the things and how we watch it is going to completely change because of like, that's the way like concepts or the ideas of what you just said there, like that sort of choose your own adventure sort of way, like the audience is going to already have a say. And I feel like people are already doing that with the NFTs. Like I swear I've seen some story, something like that, like a whole project. It was like a children's book type thing, but it was like the whole, it was almost like a DAO, a creative DAO, like everybody holding the pieces would sort of be able to vote on the direction of where that story would go in a way, so you're kind of writing it all together as a community. But yeah, things like that are going to definitely, or we've had a music guest come on where these people did an entire, NFT collection with music where they're all one of ones, but they took like, like the same bass line might be in 8 of the songs, but then, with different drums, different vocals, different parts, and they layered them all different, making different songs. And when you hear the songs, they sound like they're supposed to be together. It sounds like each song sounds right. It doesn't sound like wonky or weird. They planned it in a way so that the notes and everything would line up in a way. It's just pretty amazing. Okay, we've got a bunch of people in here on this Critter Cuff. Let's start a doom roller. Let's go with a
doom roller.
Yes, I like the vertical one. I got left or right. I think having 4 boxes is too confusing. This way, you just have to go left or right here. We'll give away one of the rabbit hole promo packs that we were just talking about, and then also too, like I've got some nifty kicks packs that we should give away. And tomorrow, actually, Nifty Kicks is launching a whole free to play deal. So they want a bunch of people to jump in on Saturday. We've got some not packs, they're like crates. They're called crates with some stuff in there. And I've got to open one up. Part of my wax ambassador duties here is to open one up here on the screen for you guys, and then we'll give some away. We'll give one of those away to the winner of this one. We'll give the Rabbit Hole promo pack, as well as the first Nifty Kicks crate.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a new thing that came up, right? This Wax Gold Ambassador thing we are all in now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel all of us Wax streamers got that badge and are now eligible to get some goodies once in a while to share with the viewers.
Yeah.
I'm not that often into it because it also takes time to properly look at the things and so on. But every now and then, I'm also going to get those packs.
Well, yeah, I was so happy when I heard about the Wax Ambassador thing. It's like we're here doing this. I don't know why I'm just addicted to doing this every day. Like I feel weird when I can't do it. Strangely.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of like, let's get more focused content from some of these collections. Oh, beer pin! Look what beer won a pin. You've done it. You won it. That's amazing.
Yeah. Also a person I'm missing on my stream. Come back. I'm here. So talking about NFTs and giveaways and stuff, I brought you a question from my wife.
Yeah.
My wife is also just sitting here in the audience, and she started a family collection with photos she is taking.
Nice.
I'm going to share the link in the chat, and the collection is not whitelisted nor verified yet, so we're working on that. But she is taking different kinds of photos, most of them currently featuring a lens ball. It's a glass sphere in different colors, and she's doing great photos. And she asked me to ask you if you may share some of them with the world, if she's going to send you some.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So so just tell me the wallet, and I'm going to share this with her, and we may already share some in this stream.
Cool. Yeah, it's the Left Giveaway is the wallet that
Left without dot, right? Left giveaway.
Left, yeah, no house, just Left Giveaway.
Okay, I'm
the wallet.
Going to send her a message on Discord.
Awesome.
And then she can right away send you some lens balls.
Beautiful. Awesome. All right. And beer won a pin. Check your whisper. I'm gonna reset the entry there for the Crittercraft, so you guys can jump on into it there and check it out. Let me pull up the Nifty Kicks page as well too, so we can take a looky at that. All right, I gotta change that.
Fat Boy B and Mauro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
A lot of folks. Infinity. Wow, Infinity complains so much on my stream about not winning something, and then accidentally I sent him or her a Dungeon Master pack by my fault, because there was another winner, but I thought Infinity has been the winner, and then Infinity was happy getting a Dungeon Master pack yesterday. Yeah,
that's hilarious. Have you checked out this Nifty Kicks factory at all?
Oh,
Have
no.
you been here? No,
I haven't applied for this cooperation.
Yeah,
because I knew it's I would not have time to do it.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. I dabble in so many of these games that I only have this much space for capacity. So when I add a new one, I somehow magically forget about one. It just slips out, and I just don't hit that button anymore. And I don't even think that I didn't hit that button. But yeah, then another one will move out. It just keeps going. So and it's like I have all these people come on the show, And so then they break it down, and I'm always inspired by what they're doing. But this one is kind of fun. I was dabbling with it. I'll probably end up getting back into it because, that's just what happens to me. But at Nifty Kicks Factory is the first sneaker builder game to function on the NFT platform. You will need skilled workers, a suitable machinery, and a factory building. Stake your machine labor, NFTs to gather the required raw materials to make additional machines, buildings, and your Nifty Kicks. Join the sneaker NFT industry and enjoy the fascinating experience of becoming a sneaker factory owner. I think like when some of these games for me, like I really have to like create some sort of fantasy world where I can interact with it. And I think when this one gets more realized where they're going with it, that's what really excites me. Some of the plans for the future. But it's been a minute since I've looked at everything, so I don't know how much closer, how much more they've added to the system here. But I don't know. Let's open up one of the packs. Let's see what's inside. Unpack. Yeah. The idea of like this delivering, I think you have to deliver, like there's going to be like a whole like world and system where you have to deliver the sneakers to the stores and stuff like that. And the way that the pieces and stuff looked, I was like, oh, this looks really cool. But I don't know if those have come out yet, or if we were just getting a sneak peeky when the fella came on the show a while back. All right, what's in the box? All right, cool. Oh yeah, it's everything you need to get going. I see. Okay. The factory, the cutter machine, another factory, sewing machine, modeling machine, another one of those. Okay. All right, so like I think I can set up a few operations then with that. Let me send those pieces to my personal, and then we'll. Oh no, that's it. They're stuck. All right, that's it. They're untransferable when you open them. All right.
Why are they untransferable?
I don't know. I guess because it's maybe it's like your starter pieces. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess it gets you earning the token, but you can't sell the NFTs or something like that, So it's just kind of like your base pieces, I guess is how this works. All right, let's see what happens. We'll play. Oh, let me log into the giveaway wallet. And we'll see how this goes. Well, cool. This will like whatever we earn or make out of this will be, we'll just throw right back into the giveaway. So that's fun.
But the packs are transferable, right?
The packs are, yes, but like once you open it, I don't think. They're married to the wallet
forever and the infinity of time.
Yeah.
If you don't burn them.
That's right. Yeah. That's interesting. So, you just going back to Atomic Hub. Is there anything like? That you're like, oh, as soon as you were like, they said they agreed to take you on the team. Is there like one thing that you're like, I can't wait to do this, or I want to add this, or
So when I applied in the end of August, I got some sneak peeks like the fiat integration of directly buying NFTs with fiat, or like, hey, we're working on renaming and changing the verification, like whitelisted and verified thing, and the friends system. Like, we're working on friends, so I got some clues already, but they're all released yet. I mean, I still have an idea of what's going on and what next steps could or maybe should be. But if you're inside a company, it sometimes completely differs from things you feel that should be done from when you're outside the company. So an example, this happened at the chat system I've been working for. So internally we had like a larger plan we wanted to achieve, and that made us doing decisions that in the first place and the current situation maybe does not seem proper or clever, but that it worked out in the long place. So I have some different things I would say I would like to add or change on Atomic Hub, but I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't say, hey, we're doing this or that, and I will try to bring this or that, because it would not be fair, neither to me nor to Atomic Hub, because I have not the full image. And I can't say, is this clever in the long term, in the vision of the company, and so on. Therefore, I'm holding myself and my ideas back, and will learn. I need to learn a lot about the company, about the vision, about the people I'm going to work with. I mean, I know the customers already very well.
Yeah.
But now I need to learn about a new company and those aspects, and that's the thing that why I can't make any statements.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's too early in the process for you to be able to like say like, oh, we need this or that or whatever the deal is. Yeah, I totally understand that. Makes sense. How big is the team at Atomic Hub? Is there a lot of folks?
Yeah, there's a lot of folks. I'd say, in my opinion, it's about more than 30 people working mostly on Atomic Hub. So
Gotcha.
it's already, I mean, they started like 2.5 years ago, and until last summer, so for around 1.5 years, they've been just those two guys, Fabian and Jonas, starting the company, and then they started ramp up. So, and added those over 30 people to their team, and still adding more people, because there is so much you can do, and that's quite cool. But it also needs to be coordinated.
Yeah. So why do you think like Wax is still so small in the grand scheme of the NFT space? I think Wax, the Wax blockchain makes up like something like 5% of it. I've heard. Like, do you think that there'll be more people that'll show up in the next bull run? Like, what do you think happens for the future of Wax here?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, Wax has by far with over 300 million, the most NFTs minted. That does nothing say about liquidity, but there are reasons why different companies are going to Wax. Like already the CO2 factor of how Wax works and why. About other companies that already joined Wax, but for sure, if you want to have a big piece of the cake, you may want to go as a company at Ethereum, but you also have the very high gas fees and different costs. And if you want to do a game that is affordable and really playable to the mass market, I feel you cannot do something on layer 1. and even maybe not on layer 2, depending on the costs.
Right.
So if you're really into gaming and you want to have the mass market and not the crypto enthusiasts that maybe even also just go for, I want to earn money. I mean, this play to earn thing, like earning money while playing, technically for the mass market, it's a new thing. It's been there for years. I mean, there have been gold farmers for World of Warcraft since ages in China. They've been playing for you to earn gold and sell it to you.
Yeah.
And to save you time and time to you invest money instead of your time to go forward in the game faster. And that concept is just like the next level here. And Wax did a great job in showing that. I mean, the mass market industry is still in a lot of places anxious about it. Like, what will happen? Will we still gain our revenue? Is this affordable? Like, there is a lot pushback also from gamers about NFTs, and the question is why. And the answer is not that simple. But one part of the answer is there has been a lot scam in NFT, but there is a lot of scam at any places, not only at NFTs, but it's a new thing, and there has been scam, and it's maybe tougher to find out what is the real thing and so on. So to make users happy in the long term, the whole stuff needs to become easier, clearer, better to understand, and less frictionless. And one thing Atomic Hub started about this is the like buy your stuff with fiat. And so we like bridge all your stuff directly from your credit card. And yes, this costs some extra money and some convenience fee, I'd call it. But yeah, just make your life easier and your access into that world easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's insane. That, like, what you're saying, it's like, yes. And like why I'm saying it's insane is because like so much is happening so fast. Technology is moving so fast, like regulations and stuff are going to come in really quick when they do. Like, it's just going to ever be evolving. I don't see anybody getting out of beta for a long time here, because it's just going to keep, you're going to keep being able to change and morph and add stuff the way it's moving so fast. It'll be interesting to see how it goes and grows. I mean, like, Wax already has like some really like big brand name partnerships or whatever that have cut, that they're working with, like with Funko and like all of the relationships that Funko's had, the Major League Baseball stuff coming in or that came in. Do you think it's going to take more like bigger brands for, like the more of the masses to come, or is it just going to be like when we get to that time when like people can just log into their games, they don't have to even think about, the word NFT or this or that. They're just like, it's just natural, like it's just part of the process. Do you think that's when the whole thing blows up? And do you think like, because in my opinion, as far as like when we go crazy again into a bull run, I don't think NFT is going to be like the leading star of the narrative of the talk. It might be part of it, but I think it'll be like kind of in the background. I think it's going to become a dirty word at some point.
If it is not a dirty word already.
Yeah, you're right.
The thing is, you need to have for the mass adoption, you need to have players on the market, like not gamers, but company players. What I mean is that dip into it and try it out, and try it out the way that they don't need to be anxious about that players say, hey, I stopped playing that game, and they need to bring real benefit. Like, I can't do an NFT game where nothing is possible without an NFT, an example.
Yeah.
It's somehow, I mean, you want to have a fully fledged game, and NFTs may be nice additions. So an example, when we talk about Diablo 4, which is coming, if you would have a normal gameplay, and instead of the items you get, they drop as a centralized thing, they're dropping as a decentralized thing, this would be completely possible. But they may be afraid. Be afraid because they are losing control about the asset, and they are also afraid because some people don't inform themselves about NFTs that much. So if I play Fortnite, I can tell you there is like those little messages in the loading screen, and one of the messages is loading blockchain info. So I can imagine, I don't know, I'm not informed, so I have not looked into this, but I can imagine that all my assets are already on a blockchain. I can trade them or whatever, but I have them maybe on the blockchain. Don't know, but I can imagine like having like a very smooth integration, like a game already creating a Wax account for you. You don't even know it. You don't own the private key yet, but they're already saving everything for you on the blockchain. And then when the game is established, they tell you, hey, by the way, this is a blockchain account. You can trade the stuff. Here is your private key. You may need to pay for it. You may say, okay, I have like a marketplace inside the game and can use my account like how I want to use it. But if I want to extract all the information, like I need to pay for the private key, and then I can go to Anchor, an example, and just use my account because it is just added value. If you look at it from a player's side, like if I have assets that I own that are tradable in the game, that are NFTs, I just have added value to if they are not NFTs. And if you're completely out of crypto and don't want to hear anything about it, you still lose nothing if it's saved on the blockchain.
Right.
So from this perspective, I think there need to come so companies building up on that technology and find a good path doing that, because you can't allow yourself as a gaming company to lose a bet. So if you're building a game, it's a big bet. It costs you a lot of money. It costs you dozens of developers for 1, 2, or 3 years. I've already been there, working in that space, and it's a bet. You don't know if your game will go through, especially if you don't have a title that has common known intellectual property. So if you don't be Marvel or Disney or whoever you are, like Blizzard building specific stuff, you may not know if your game goes through, and you're doing your best to make it. You're doing social media announcement and so on. It's like you with your movie. You're a creator of something, and you want it to be wide, but you also need to do something that people see it. If you don't announce it, if you don't talk about it, nobody will have a look, and nobody will even care. Even if it's the best movie in the world, if nobody sees it. So so it's a lot education work we need to do. Educating gamers that NFTs per se are not a bad thing, and scam is happening everywhere.
Right.
A scam can also happen in normal games, and it's also educating the crypto people out there that not every game is about leveraging and earning money. So you may earn money with items, and you was already be able to earn money in Diablo 3, an example, until they shut down the marketplace for different good reasons. But technically, there are a specific group of people drawn into the crypto space because of earning money, and that's completely fine. But if you look at the titles coming up, that it can't be all about earning money. Otherwise, it would be a pyramid scheme, and somebody needs to lose money if you earn money. That's simple.
Right. That's true. It's hard to see that though in the crypto space when coins just pop up out of the ground or out of nowhere, or just because somebody has a funny idea for a funny name for a coin. Sometimes the coin is made, or especially like, man, there's a coin for everything. It's pretty funny. They're like in 2019, 2018, I was making videos like spoof crypto videos with as a character named Crypto Greg, and he would do the wonderfully weird and wild coins, and I would go look up and find like the just strange coins and just like do a little breakdown of them. Like there was heavy metal coin, pizza coin, like every food was you can think of. There's a chicken coin, there's a pizza, whatever you can think of food wise, it exists out there. And then that was like a long time ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And now there's so many more coins and ways and utilities for coins now that didn't exist before. That was the funny thing about like the coin game before. It was like in 2017, there was only like 5% of the altcoin companies that actually had like working products, where everybody else just had like a dream, So that is definitely where like a way different space now than we used to be in, because now like there is so much more functionality, and I'm excited to see what does flip the space next. I'm excited to see what takes Wax to the next level. Now that you're with Atomic Hub, I'm very excited to see what happens there. But at the same time, I feel like they've been doing a lot of changes. There's been a lot of upgrades and stuff like that. It seems like that have popped up as of late. Do you know, have they hired new people? Like, is there like an overhaul of the team that has gone on or something, or just you're not sure what the deal is there? They're just doing their work?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, it just seems like a lot of changes and things have been happening with Atomic Hub already. So I was just curious if there was a bunch of like new people that have come into that team recently, or if it just seems like an overall is happening.
So they're constantly hiring more people currently, and there has been some people announced that have been added on LinkedIn. So it's not any private information. They added a chief revenue officer, like a person that is responsible that everything like works out properly financially, and that things are getting more streamlined, and that there are like clear goals in that things are just getting better. And I'm really happy that I'm going to meet all of this stuff in late November, early December. So we are having a company-wide meeting, because the company at all is a remote company. So there is per se no office at all, but they're meeting twice in a year at different places in the world to socialize, get each other, know each other better, and just work together. And I'm really looking to meet this group of nice people, and looking to do cool things. I can imagine so many cool 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 stuff in Atomic Hub.
Yeah.
What can happen, and I already talked about some things with them, and some stuff was like, okay, that sounds good, but does not fit to our goal or mission. And some stuff was like, yeah, sounds quite well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing I just talked about earlier, about if you're inside the company, you may know, okay, this is the direction we want to go, and this is the direction we not want to go. So and I need to learn about this. Maybe there is also there are arguments I have they haven't heard about the direction. Don't know. So
Right.
really, it's about I can't tell anything. I'm just a single person. I have a bit of knowledge about this space now. Maybe a bit of different experience or ideas, and we will come up and work together and find a good way.
It's exciting. Super exciting. Yeah, that's the funny thing you were just saying there. It's like, yeah, most of the projects, most of the things that I've done, you know, I've met a few people now in the real world, but that it took a while before, you know, we had done so much work together before, and I've never had that experience in my life before, where I was having all of these online relationships. That, like, these people have become like some of my best friends, some of them, you know. And to be able to function and get work done in this way is like, wow, this is like it's so interesting, you know, that it's possible. But the meetups in real life are crucial, I think, you know, like those are will definitely change the way you feel about the people you work with and all that stuff. It's funny. I went to like Upland's like Gen 3, their 3rd year anniversary thing. And it was funny because, you know all these people by their screen names, but when you're in person and you're like, wait a minute, how do I associate this name thing with a real face? Now, it took me like a good day to like adjust to the whole thing and know who was who. But even still, like, I missed certain people that I really wanted to meet. And then it wasn't until like we got back and I was like, oh, we should have spent more time together. And I was like, wait, you were there? Like, you know, just, it's so crazy. Like the mask, it's almost like we're all superheroes behind some sort of alias names or something. It's very funny.
Yeah. So talking about meetups, there is the NFT London coming up in 19 days.
Yeah.
And Atomic Hub decided to have a free meetup called Atomic Hub Live. So I think I can't make it, but I just sent a link in the chat. It's live.atomichub.io. And there are a lot of people from Alien Worlds, Ultra Rare, Nova Valley, and a lot more speakers. And it's completely free to join. And you just need to look at the website and register. So if you make it to the NFT London or want to meet the team behind Atomic Hub, at least the founders and some other stuff, then this may be a place very near in the future to get real eye-to-eye contact to people.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I saw that and I was like, oh, I wish I could go. I was trying to make it to a film festival around the same time in London, but it just didn't work out. So I was hoping I was going to get to go for a second. It looks like we have 40 contestants in here, and there's 43 people watching the show. If anybody else wants to jump in, or I should probably just get this game going because we still have other stuff to give away. I don't know if stuff is showing up from your wife yet. I'll take a look after we do this round here. But we'll give away another Nifty Kicks factory starter kit crate, as well as the Rabbit Hole promo pack from the Rabbit Hole movie. We'll go to Super Doom Rollers. Good luck, everybody. The game has begun. I think, doesn't Criticraft, I think they have something, a new game or something like that they're launching soon, or some updates that I was hearing about, but I haven't checked into it yet. Do you know anything?
So I also heard about that, but just like the rumors, maybe you heard also. Like,
probably so. Do you dabble in any of the games in the wax space, or no time?
I'm playing Dungeon Master
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
for different reasons,
Yeah.
and I also will continue play Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't have that much time. You know,
Yeah.
I'm doing my full-time job, then I do streams,
Yeah.
then I have a side hustle where I'm helping the chat company I worked for in the past. I'm working for them for a few hours per week. Also as a product manager to help them with arcane knowledge about the customers, about how the product may be and may evolve. So yeah. So there is not that much time. I also have a wife, and I have three wonderful kids,
Nice.
and there is not that much time. So if I play games, currently I mostly play Age of Empire 2, Fortnite or Hearthstone. But yeah, I would love to play more and explore more. But you know, there is a limited amount of time, and if you look my streams, you also see I'm a person. I like tech. I like playing around with tech and learning. And we just bought a camera for my wife and want to learn about that camera. And I have bought this. Have a look at me. I bought this Adelcrone Hat Plus, where I can move around the camera with my iPhone,
Oh yeah.
like 360 degrees. And I want to buy more of this Edelkrone stuff and toy around and make cool camera movements. And I'm completely, I'm completely not coming from the movie space. So an example, I had this camera for like 3 months now, sat on an ISO of about 30,000 and wondering why my image is not crisp. So I'm a constant learner, and yeah, I'm doing a lot of things wrong, and I need to learn and evolve in different ways. An example also in communication, if you see me poking at Infinity Hub at the beginning of the stream, and it was not meant in a bad way, but it appeared that Infinity is now feels like I said a bad thing, and feels like what I think what I said was not appropriate, and I feel I'm learning that now because I was not feeling I'm choosing any mistake information, and I need to rewatch the VOD later on to see what I said, because I in no way wanted to say a bad word, just to clean it up now. I do
Yeah.
not wanted to say a bad word about Infinity TCG1. Not in any case. If somebody understood it the way that I said something bad, it was not intended, and I will rewatch the VOD to see what I said and how it may be understood, because and that's the thing I need to learn, right? I need to learn that different people have a different understanding, and I may say things that can be interpreted in another way, and that's completely normal. And but I never want to hurt somebody.
Right.
I may say something ironically or with sarcasm, and it may be come to a place where it's like, oh, you can understand it in another way.
Right.
And
Well, I'm not sure what the reaction in the chat is, but from what I remember you saying at the beginning of the show, and like from with my experience with Infinity TCG, it's like I look at him as a very thorough collector, a very thorough player. He has lots of questions and ideas. I've had a couple of chats with him, and that's yeah, he's definitely you're very active. You have a
Yeah,
lot of questions.
I mean
He's got a lot of questions,
that's
and
true.
I thought that's the only thing that you were pointing out is that he has a lot of questions or something. I didn't think you said anything bad about him. But I didn't hear it. But if you, yeah, I know you would not. I know you don't. You're not trying to say something bad or make somebody feel bad. That's never been your intention.
But obviously I did,
Yeah.
and that's also when you need to take responsibility and say sorry, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm saying sorry. I don't want to harm your feelings. I don't want to state anything bad in any case. And I will rewatch my stream and this stream to understand how this came up to you. Because it's I can't be everybody's darling, and I don't aim to. But if I don't want to harm I don't want to harm somebody, and but I know not everybody could like me, and that's completely fair. But if there is somebody spending time on my stream and then having the feeling that I say something bad about them, then I need to find out, because if it was intentionally, then I don't need to rewatch it. But if not, I need to find out and educate myself and getting better and finding out, okay, that's the way how this also could be understood. And my wife is very good in helping me at that, like really understanding like different perspectives of how things could be understood, and how I should have said the same thing without harming the feelings of anybody, because that's not my intention at all. I want to be an entertaining person where you can have fun with and joy, and it's all about positivity, and I don't want anybody to have negative feelings because of me, even if this is normal that it happens. But in this case, it was not intentional at all.
No,
and I wanted just to make it straight clear, because because it was not intentional.
Yeah. I've never seen you ever be mean or anything to anybody. That's why it's like, yeah, I know what you're saying is true. Well, there's no intention. There's no ill intent whatsoever here. Like we can all, yeah. I don't know. I back you up. I hear what you're saying, Infinity, but like at the same time, we're all here together. We're just we're all a family. Yeah. There's no need to I don't know. I don't think you need to bum on Sascha about this at all either, though. Too we're everybody's good. We're good. I promise you. This is a positive space. I try to keep away from the negative stuff usually myself. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm an optimist. And I know that your intentions are always for the people and are always good. So yeah, you're yeah, I think it's all good. I hope you're okay, Infinity. I hope you're I hope you're hearing what he's saying and it means something to you. So, well, Boom Shankar, you won that last round, and I did send you your prizes there in the Whisper. So I'm going to reset the game here, and you guys go ahead and enter on in with your exclamation point plays, and yeah, we'll keep it going. But yeah, no, I hope everybody's chill and cool. Because
I will rewatch it, and I will reach out to Infinity, because he or she I heard it now and already posted something in the chat now. But I will reach out after I took the time rewatching it, because I want that things are clear.
Yeah.
Dungeon McGarth, hi. Welcome.
Amazing. All right, you guys jump on in here. I still have some nifty Kicks Factory pieces. Crates, 3 crates to give away.
So, like with me, moving over to Atomic Hub in less than 72 hours, LeftHouse. What is the thing you want to tell me before I'm going to start at Atomic Hub? What if you know that it's happening?
Yeah.
what mission or what thing you would love me to do at Atomic Hub. So
Wow.
like if you could like have one wish, I mean, I don't know if I want or could fulfill it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a good
what
question.
what would be the thing you would say, hey, if you could change this at Atomic Hub, or if you can add this feature at Atomic Hub, like what would be the thing you would be like most amazed of?
Gosh, that's a tough question. Tough question. I don't know. Let's see. It's where I first started building. The first NFTs I made was on Atomic Hub for sure. But since then, I'm just being honest. I've moved away. I find it a little bit more easy to build on Nifty blocks for me, which like I don't know if a lot of people do. I feel like most people that I know still are building their NFTs on Atomic Hub. I'm trying to figure out like why. What was it? Oh, there was a change, an update in the way that some of the things functioned, and the way that like you hit buttons or whatever was a little bit different. So I kind of was like, oh, I needed to do something really fast. So I went over to Nifty and did it over there and was like, okay. But since then, I know I figured it out because I've had to, I've done both. And I kind of dabble back and forth. I don't know. I mean, like I was saying recently, some of the more recent updates I've enjoyed. I like how the flow and the functionality goes. I think it's cool that we have this friends thing now. Geez, that's a good question. I guess it would be nice if Atomic Hub made, I guess, the rest of the Wax. I guess it's only a marketplace, but there's just so much more in the Wax ecosystem that I feel like the DeFi stuff, like where maybe there should be more DeFi projects that were on there that we could get to, like just in the Wax space, like doesn't seem like there's that. I mean, I guess all the game, it's more GameFi. It's all based into the game systems, but as far as like there's more straight DeFi tools, I guess there's only a handful of them that I can think of. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what my one wish would be.
I got your direction, because I mean, I have the Made on Stream collection where I'm drawing on stream, and I feel like, okay, I'm creating the NFT on Atomic Hub, but then I'm uploading the image maybe on Nifty blocks. And then I'm creating the drop and Nifty blocks, but selling on Atomic Hub.
Yeah,
it's like a complete mess. And also what Dangus McGaza wrote in the chat about more creator tools and enable Blender files, GLB files is these are things like also popping to my mind, right? So I feel like it would be cool. I mean, Nifty blocks, if you follow the story of Nifty blocks started as a companion to Atomic Hub. Like Atomic Hub is the marketplace, and Nifty blocks build the creator tooling.
Yes.
And after they build the creator tooling, like in addition to Nifty blocks, they started like, we can also do our own marketplace. And then they started adding their marketplace, which was a smart move. So the question, and here's the question. The question is, how important is it to have, I mean, we're working in crypto, and it's about decentralization. So how important is it for Atomic Hub to have the right creator tools? I don't spoil my opinion because I have an opinion. But the question is, how important is it? Do you want to be the best creator tool creator, or do you want to be the best marketplace? And is it okay for you that the creator tools are somewhere different, or is it not? And I need to learn about what the company thinks about that.
Yeah.
I have my own opinion.
For me, when Waxed showed up, it was like it was like, oh my God, now all these things that I couldn't do, I can do. Like, if I absolutely needed to set up the Movie City Cinema, I could do it in a ghetto way by using all of the waxed out tools and set it up like in some functioning way. But like, yeah, so that's I think the creator tools on that level, like what he's been able to give to the creator is really key and crucial. And like being able to set up staking and farms for your NFTs, all of that stuff is like, oh wow, because now you can create more value for the NFTs or your collections that you've made, and create more interest and utility for your community, which is, that's the name of the game, I think, at this point. Utility.
I mean, it's not only about utility. It's about the utility also needs to be meaningful in some way. So I've seen a lot of stuff around there. They're like pressing hard to add utility to their stuff, but the utility has no meaning, which leaves me for a short advertisement block for the staking wombat staking voting. There is this wombat token staking where you can stake wombat token for advantages in different stuff and the wombat.
I'm staking a little wombat token.
Also, that's great because they just released the wombat enhancement proposal, and there are votings where you can vote for different stuff. And the second voting is to vote for which collections to be added to Dungeon Master in the next season. And my collection is on the list and able to maybe come into Dungeon Master in the next season. So if you want to support me in any way, go to the WEP #2. You need to scroll down a bit and give your vote for Made on Stream. If you stake something, it's completely for free for you, and it means the world to me. I mean, how cool would it be if my NFTs would be in the game I've been responsible for so long? I feel this would be so great. And as I said, no bad feelings about Wombat, and everything's cool. I'm still supporting the project they do, and I've written a very long farewell message, and that's pinned. At least it's been pinned.
I know. I lost it. 1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay, I have too many tabs. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's not pinned anymore, but
I got it. This is it here. Right, the staking .wombat.app had voting /voting. I'll put it in here. I got it up on the screen, but this is the link right here. You guys.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Okay, well, there's three different votes here or proposals.
Yeah. All of them are active right now, so you can vote. So the count of your token stake is the count of your votes, and you don't have to split it between the different proposals. You have the same amount of votes for each of the proposals. So
what's the name of your
Made on Stream? It's in the second proposal.
Okay, I was looking at the last one. All right, thank you. All right. Oh, there we go. All right, lovely.
I think you need to press confirm. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
There it is.
Got the vote. All right, how we doing? Oh, 19. Okay,
19.
Yeah, we gotta push this out there. Who's down the swamp soldiers? Oh yeah. If I know.
I mean, they stated more than one collection
good.
might be included depending on the number of votes. I don't know what that means. Really, yeah. I have no clue. I was not involved in building that, and I'm not involved in deciding anything.
This is new, huh? This is the new way that for collections to come in. Okay.
And I mean, in the past, I decided which collections to add, and there was no way for me ethically that I could add my own collection. So I was like, if I would ask for my collections to be added in Dungeon Master, I would not do it myself. I would ask the CEO, and I would completely understand why it's not being done, because it would have some taste to have an employee being responsible for the mining power and then adding his own collection. So, but now as I have no responsibility anymore, it's a good moment in time where I was able to apply and say, hey, I want to be added. And if I'm going to be added, this is an example, adding also utility to my NFTs. I mean, I like this drawing and learning to draw. I'm coming from this journey about, hey, I ever wanted to draw, but let me share also the link to my collection.
Yeah, please.
But I'm an artist in different ways. Like I do music, I do magic. I try to entertain people. But drawing and shooting photos, which just has been recently added, was never like this visual stuff of generating things was never a thing I've been good at, and never a thing I was be able to invest time. And now finally, as Priscilla from Soon I Figure, she told me, hey, draw an NFT, draw something with Procreate, draw an NFT, make it for your wife. And I was like, okay. Oh yeah, you had the Cosmic Wish.
Yeah.
That's one of my last NFTs. I can finally remove this whitelisting thing. It's been there for a while. But the thing is, you're getting 2 for the price of 1, and the Cosmic Wish. And the idea is that you keep 1 for yourself and send 1 out to a beloved person.
I like it.
That's basically the idea, because why you're getting 2 instead of just 1. And I just opened up the drop, so if you reload the page, there should be no whitelisting or anything needed to purchase this drop.
Right on. I'm gonna pick one up for myself personally, and then I'm gonna switch into the giveaway wallet, and we'll grab one that way too and give one away here.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why.
So nice. Let me sign out. Come back in. That's cool. Yo, I love your concepts and your ideas behind your NFTs. Always are awesome. But that's like a fun little idea there. It's beautiful. All right, let me go to the giveaway wallet. Grab that. How did you get into magic?
Oh, how did I get into magic? So, my father was doing a little bit of magic to me, and then my uncle did a little bit of magic, and I enjoyed it. So I started with, like, most of the magicians are starting with a how is it called, magic kit, right? So like a box of tricks.
I got one of those. Yeah, I think when I was a kid, I was the little magic kit, the coins and stuff. That's awesome.
And that's the thing where it ends for the most of the people. But I kept like going because I enjoyed this moment of astonishment, making people happy. And for a lot of people, so technically magicians, a lot of magicians are just like nerds that and not nerds in a good way, but nerds in a way like, I can do something you can't do, and you don't know how. It's a puzzle, and I know how to do it. That's for a lot of magicians. That's the first step of being there. Like, they may not be as social as other people or as clever in different ways, but they now know a thing that nobody knows, and blah 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 blah. Yeah. And that also was for me like the first step into magic. Like, I know a thing and you don't know it, and I'm so clever and cool and you're not.
Yeah.
And over the last 2 decades, there's really shifted away for me in the direction of I want to entertain people, and I want that they have emotions in different ways. It just don't need to be joy. It can also be fear or astonishment or surprise. So I like to see the feel. You see it in the eyes of the people
Yeah.
how they grow, and that there is something happening. They think that it is not possible physically, even if it's possible, and in most cases it's possible because of a trick. You know, magic
Yeah.
is like you go from A, that's a starting point. Like you have a person on stage, and it's in a box. That's the starting point, and the end point is this person is divided in 2 parts.
Yeah.
That's the end point. That's the start and that's the end. And it's A and B. But there is a C in between. Like it's going from A to C to B,
Yeah.
but everything directs you that it's going from A to B. And A to B would not be possible, but A to C to B is possible.
Right. Yeah.
And there is nothing overnatural. There is nothing in the world which is overnatural. Everything is natural, and there are reasons for why things are happening.
Yeah.
And I love it to see the people enjoying this, like they're breaking out of their of the boundaries of their world, how they know it, and how they think the world is supposed to be. Like imagine I'm having a card effect where I'm like shuffling a deck of cards, and I'm shuffling another deck, and there's lying another deck of cards, like a lot of decks of cards were shuffled by me and by the audience, and there's a lot of stuff and mixing going on. And then like 2 or 3 minutes later, in a very calm moment where everything sets down, like all of those decks are ordered like from red to black, like separated. And this moment is like it's so strong, and you know, if you've done a thing like dozens, or like it's not dozens, it's hundreds or thousands of times, then
Yeah.
you've seen things a lot of times. You've seen a lot of reactions of people. So I exactly, it's like I mean, it's technically it's acting.
Mm-hmm.
Magic, so if you do magic in a good way, in my opinion, you're acting a lot. It's about you have phases where you're on, and you have phases where you're off.
Yeah.
A lot of magic happens in phases of relaxation, of okay, I'm making a pun now, and in this moment where people are laying back, relaxing, in this moment the magic stuff is happening often.
Yeah.
Because if you're relaxing, you're smiling, your eyes are getting bigger, your brain is like, oh, that's a nice evening, that's a nice day. It's like nice to see this, and this is the moment where you can like sneak in a tricky action. And I've got so many different reactions, so I can play you. I can even play the stuff I do in English or German without having any magic stuff at me, like without having cards. It would be even entertaining, just because for the sake of I've been allowed to acting school. I've gone to a lot of magicians acting workshops, like exactly you're going there for a weekend or 3 or 4 days, and you're just working on one effect. So you're spending like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to sit there and work with people on one effect.
Yeah.
And it's getting better and better and better. And it's in the most cases, it's just about nuances. It's just about how you say things. It's maybe how you pronounce things, where is the focus of your sentence. I think it's very similar in what you do with the movies.
Yeah.
It's you want the actor to say it that way, because the audience would feel like different if there is this thing which is focused, like
Well, the first movie I ever made, the craziest thing that ever happened was in the post-production part, and there's this weird thing that happens when you take the picture and you find like the final edit and the final sound mix, and then somebody else colors the movie, and you take those 3 layers together, and all of a sudden it's like I jumped out of my seat when I first saw those 3 layers together, because it was like all of a sudden I'm watching a movie,
it's
all of the mistakes, all of those things, the magic is now happening. That to C that you were talking about, A to C to B, is happening. And like those little things, this all of a sudden like go away, and it's like it's flowing and it's functioning, and the performance, the magic is happening, like you're saying. And even like you're specifically talking about like the performance in an actor, it's like it happens in so many ways along the process of making a movie, and then it overall happens when they put it all together in that editing room, and it's just a weird, like, it's hard to describe, but when you see it happen, it's like, oh my god, it's a movie, but up to that point it's just pieces, it's very so I get what you're saying about that reaction of like, like the reaction, the responses that I got from that first movie when I went over to London to show it to people, and I was standing outside of the theater and seeing their faces coming out was like really, that was the coolest trick that I ever pulled off, so yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So one of the coolest things I learned in one of the workshops, it's about the impression I make when I'm entering the stage, and how to change it. Like I've gone on stage for a few years, like saying, "Hey, nice that I'm here." Like, not nice that you're there, nice that I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And I started being, so the character was the king of bar bats, like the person in the world which knows the most about bar bats and betting and gambling and scamming in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And after discussing this, we talked about which state does my character have? Is it like a high state or a low state? And technically, I'm like a 4 of a 10. Like how I look, how I behave. I'm not handsome. I'm like, I have edges in how I speak, how I look, how much I weigh. So it's more a 4 of a 10. And ever with the sentence "nice that I'm here," I try to hype me up, and this already created like a gap between me and the audience, because I mean there's no fourth wall in real acting with the people, so you need to connect to the people. You can't be an asshole if you need somebody on stage. But I acted a bit like that. So what we changed drastically, and I tell you the sentence just in a second, is we changed my first sentence of my act, and it improved my audience handling and management and how I can connect to people a lot. So since then, like it's like 8 years ago, I think 8 years, my starting sentence is, "Hey, I'm Sascha. My mother ever said, if you go on stage, there is 3 things that are quite that's important. There are 3 things that are quite important to do." So I'm already introducing me as like I'm a bit weird. I'm showing 2 and I'm stating 3.
Right.
And then I'm like saying, okay, like 3 different things, and That's like people are already relaxing. I'm here. They see I'm not taking myself too serious. They see I know about my failures and faults I have, and that I'm a low state, and I know that I'm a low state, and that drastically increased how I was able to interact with the audience, and how they felt like when I say stuff about them that maybe not appropriate, they felt like, okay, he already did this with himself, so that they did not take this for real, but they've seen, okay, that's an actor, and I'm like with this actor now, and it's nothing personal,
Right.
and
It's
that's most important. That's most important.
sensibility and connection seem to be like, yeah, very essential to being able to do what that job is. You have to connect, you know, like on that level. So you can then like get them looking here when you need to do the trick over here. Like, you know what I mean? It's all, every layer of it is tied together. Like what, well, it doesn't work. They all need to work. You know what I mean? I feel like what you're saying, like, is like playing in the way that's a sensibility, or, you know, like people judgments and being able to manipulate the judgments of people and stuff, not in a negative way or whatever. It's like almost like being a chameleon, you know, like to build somebody or build yourself in somebody's eyes so you can do what you need to do or something like that. I think we all kind of do this on the daily basis, you know, but we just don't think about it, or most people don't think about it that often, I don't think. But yeah, I love it. It's cool. Super fascinating.
I mean, for me, magic is like, so it was a long time. It was like a battle. It was like me versus the audience. Like, I'm better. I know something you don't know, as I said. But now it is like, come on, I'm inviting you to a game we're playing together. I will do things that you may think that are impossible, and that are also impossible, but I give you the impression that they are happening, and we're having a fun time together with this. So it's not a battle, it's an invitation for an experience. And it's not of me being better than you, or I know the secret and you don't, because that's the thing in magic. If you would know the secret, it won't be that entertaining anymore in the most cases.
Right.
There were some cool cases like Penn and Teller. I don't know if you know them.
Oh,
they are doing some reveals of their tricks, and it's like, it's maybe sometimes even more entertaining if you know how it's done than before, and that's part of the act. But for the most magic stuff, it's like, if you would know the trick, it's darn cheap. And there is a lot about presentation, and not about
those
the
guys are the
stuff.
best at it. Yeah, and when they'll with Penn and Teller though, they'll show you how they do the trick, but then they'll take it away from you too, like at the last minute to give you a little like, wait, is that how they do the trick or not? You know, like sometimes they do it. They have a great show where they what's the name of it? Where they have all the different magicians come on stage and fool us.
It's called Fool Us.
Yeah, I love that. I was watching
some friends of mine have been there.
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
And what you definitely, I'm searching this on YouTube now for you. What you definitely need to look at is Magic Maxwell. It's been a very, very young performer. I lived nearby. The family worked with me on my act also. So the parents and Maxwell itself, they worked on my act and helped me getting better. And Maxwell is a very young guy. I think he's 15 now. He won several times the award of being the best youth magician in Germany.
Wow.
You
amazing.
Definitely need to look this act.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of acts I like on Fool Us, but this one is like, because I have such a relation to Maxwell.
Oh, I remember this kid. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me pull it to the screen here real quick. Yeah, that's a. Oh, where am I? 1 second. Hilarious. There it is. Yeah.
Jetzt bloß nicht blinzeln.
Na, doch geblinzelt? Dieser 15-jährige Deutsche.
Oh, it's not the real. It's not the full
Yeah. It's like a little thing.
Oh.
But yeah. I'll definitely. I remember watching that kid on the show though, for sure.
Oh, that's not the full ass.
Yeah.
Magic Max with full ass.
Absolutely obsessed with it. So that's cool. So you worked with the people that with his family.
Yeah. So and they were so nice. Like
Yeah.
you know, I sent you the real video.
Okay.
They were so nice people, the parents and Maxwell also, and there was so much like gossip about how the parents pushed him through magic and blah blah blah. And I was like, I lived like 5 minutes away by foot from them, and
Yeah.
when I experienced it completely. Like I was sitting there and some TV show called, and the parents asked, "Hey Maxwell, do you want to go there?" And he was like, "Who's the moderator?" And the parents said, "Okay, this is the moderator." And he said, I don't like that too much. I don't like that show. I don't want to perform there. So he had like the complete freedom to pick like, hey, I want to be there or I want to not be there. And that was so cool to see. Like he was so driven and passionate and still is into magic.
Yeah.
And that the parents did their best to help him progress and make it better. And the parents have been professional dancers in their early years, so they knew how to perform and so on. So and they were thinking, the cool thing is they were thinking magic from a complete different perspective. They've entered magic a complete different way, and that's also the reason why they are so innovative in creating effects, like completely new effects the magic world has not seen yet, because they are not in this old fashioned thinking like I know a lot of magic going on and how it works and how it is produced and why it's that way and so on. And sometimes it is like that. If you have too much knowledge about a space, that you're like inside a box, you don't think about, oh, let's reinvent it. Like if you want to like toss a coin and you need it is like heads every time you toss it, then you have like two ways on how to do that, and you don't think about how could I do it differently. It's like reinventing the wheel.
Right.
But if you want to toss a coin and it should land heads, and you don't know how to do it, then you may reinvent the wheel and maybe get better thing, and maybe even do stuff that surprises even magicians, because they know there are two ways on how to do it. And then if you prove it's not that way and it's not that way, they are like blown away, because they were living inside their box of knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's
Have
also
you been dreaming or thinking of ways to make magic NFTs?
I'm currently considering doing a lot.
Yeah.
Magic NFTs is not on the list.
Yeah.
We have the idea of creating musical NFT.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I bought a song from a musician who wrote it just for my stream.
I'm gonna run this game of Critter Crab while we keep talking here, because then we'll do two in a row here, because I got to give away these nifty kicks factory pieces. Yeah, here we go.
So the idea was, and I think the original idea came from Funkin' Crypto, who's here right now, to have like the different layers of the song as own NFTs. And then you can blend them together. And like Funkin' Crypto is playing guitar, so the idea is he wants to do all tracks together, but leave out the guitar track to play his own guitar over the tune.
Yeah.
So, and this is one thing we want to do. But I need to wait for the musician to give me all the access to the tracks, and I need to purchase Logic to build it all up myself. So it will take some time. We also have the topic of finally NFTing the emotes that we show here. I show you on the chat now. We have those cool Sascha emotes. If you are a subscriber of my channel.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
And those are so dope. They've been created by the design team that also did the Dungeon Master design.
Awesome. Yeah, those are great. Let me bring it to the screen here. Yep.
Yeah. So I love them, and
yeah,
we definitely are going to NFTify them. And we also have in our backpack, we have a multi collection collaboration, and you're also in. I'm waiting for your assets. I don't know if you recall it.
I sent mine in.
Where?
Wait for the no, I'm thinking of the companion for the Dungeon Master.
Yeah. No, not this one.
Yeah, no, this is new. Yeah,
this is new.
Yeah.
So we have this image of Fabrice, of my son, and the idea is that a lot of creators are adding overlays or different versions on how this image may look. I don't know if I send you let me send you different versions of the image in Discord now.
Yeah.
So
Jungle Banana, you won that last round. Check your whisper there. Prize is going out. And also I'm starting a new game there. Crittercraft is open. Go ahead and enter in, please.
I need to find Discord.
Yes.
Discord. Here it is. So I'm quickly putting you the images here. So these are four different versions of the same base image. I will send you the base image also here.
In Discord?
In Discord, yeah.
Okay.
Let me quickly find the base image.
Oh yeah, these are great.
So
let me bring that to the yes.
So there is a base image of my son. Which has been this one. And the idea is to bring a lot of different creators to do my son, or Karina's my son technically, in different versions. Like you see a Yazing one, you see a Neo Space one, a Cobalt Hard one, a Penguin ISO G one. So we're going to have a lot of different Fabrices over there.
Yeah.
And we're going to put them in packs with some blending gamification thing, and you'll be able to collect them. And
so cool.
I mean, I've been connected to so many creators now, and I love their art and their style, and it's so diverse and all about having a good time together. And I love that all of them are like, yes, let's do this together. Let's be in a great collaboration and draw the same thing. Oh, you sent a drop.
Oops, that was a mistake. No, hopefully, that was whoever got that. That was the prize for less. Hopefully, claimed already. That was the absolute mistake. I was trying to share the address, the website to this. This is the project I was telling you about earlier, where they did something similar to what you were just saying there. Where like it's like a bunch of different basses and drums and vocals and stuff, but like they're all one of one songs. But it's a pretty cool project. You got to take a look at it there. But yeah, they came on the show, and that was
Block Tunes.
Yeah, that's the name of the Block Tunes is the name of the project.
Blocktunes.org. Okay.
Yeah. And they have all these different artists came together to give layers and samples or whatever to the songs, and so all of these artists' pieces are all mixed up together to make a bunch of different songs. So, like this guy's Chris Ford's trombone might be on a few of the songs. Like that one line might be on a few of the songs, but all the other parts are different, and it sounds like a fresh song. So just a very, very interesting idea. Very creative project.
Yeah, I'm also an ideas person, but I can't do everything. I would love to do so much more stuff, but
I know I have
somehow my time is unfortunately limited.
I know that I have a million ideas and I try to do all of them, and it's like I'm trying to pick and choose now. It's tough. It's definitely tough. Do you guys know there is a Crittercraft open right now? Hit your exclamation point plays to get enter into this round here. It'll be our final round.
Yeah, are you sending out the Cosmic Wish you just bought?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that one. Yeah, we'll give that away on this one. Let me refresh my pot here. There they are. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna give away both of them. Wow. Is it a twofer, right? Because I bought one for myself personally, so I got that. But this is for so whoever wins, they can keep one and give one to their loved one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's the full package here. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll put one of the rabbit hole promo packs, and then the last free to play Nifty Kick crate is in there. So it's kind of the grand prize of the day. It's you get 4 NFTs in here. So, all right, everybody's entering in. Beautiful. Love it. Might as well make the link now.
So have you seen also the demand of Twitch viewers decreasing over the summer?
Twitch viewers, yeah, I've noticed that a little bit. It just seems to be across the whole crypto NFT space. Like I watch like Ethereum based shows or whatever, and everybody's numbers seems to be a little bit down, I would say.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's. I mean, it was like completely normal for me. Like I was off for vacation, off sick. I renamed myself, so it was like completely clear that numbers were decreasing. But I also felt like you and the Online In and Neon Space, they had more viewers. Like I was wondering where people are going, but maybe it's also. I was like, maybe it's summer, but maybe, as you mentioned, maybe it's also bear market.
Yeah, I think it might be a combination of a couple of things like that. Yeah, the season might be people are more outdoors and doing more things. That bear market, I think, plays into it. Our numbers have been okay, not terrible, not bad, but we give stuff away all the time, so I think that helps keeps bring the people around for the numbers. And like the Neon Space, because they're just so smart, they always like give out great information. So I feel like they're a good source to go for if you're looking for good info. I'm usually just making jokes and giving stuff away.
So talking about something serious, not jokes. Do you already reveal how much the rabbit hole movie ticket will be?
No, not yet. Just because some of that stuff is still being sorted out, like the numbers on how much it's going to cost to run the system, that we haven't like dialed in everything. So I don't even exactly know yet how much a pass will be to get into the film club.
So it's a pass for the film club, not for the film. So
not one ticket. Once you buy a pass and then you're in. You can watch it as many times as you want, and participate within the film club pass. We'll have contests inside the club and giveaways and other ways that you can earn more token by sharing, and doing things to get the word out for the movie.
So is this tradable?
The pass, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can watch the movie and then sell it or lend it to somebody like a DVD.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you can also look at it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. You could swap it around like your Netflix account. like, if you share your Netflix account with like your mom, your brother, you can share that. You can share your NFTs. You can do whatever you want with it, right? That's the beauty.
And when will German subtitles come?
We can work. We got to work on that. Yeah. I need a translator, German translator. Do you know any?
I have an idea who can speak German.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to do that. I definitely want to get subtitles for. Yeah, that would be great. Especially Germany. That would be good. I've never been. I really want to go. I really want to go to Berlin. My whole life always told me that I would love it.
Oh yeah, I've been born in Berlin.
You were?
I lived like half of my life. I lived in Berlin.
Yeah.
So where you also need to go is Stuttgart.
Yeah.
When there is the FMX happening. Do you know the FMX?
No.
I've been there a few times. The FMX is the film and media exchange, they call it. I've been there for Microsoft a few times.
Yeah.
So it's a lot about filmmaking, editing, and great stuff. You can also look at the English. I sent you the English website in the chat.
Okay, yeah.
So you can look up some videos about what's happening at the FMX.
Yeah, I always wanted. Yeah, I mean, I made a living as a techno DJ for about a decade, about 10 years, and so I think that's why most people are like, you gotta go. I mean,
yeah. I've been living 2 minutes away from the Love Parade starting point.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That would be amazing.
I don't like techno, so it was not cool for me.
No. Not yeah. If that must have been horrific then for you.
I mean, I was 12, 13, 14 when I lived there.
Yeah.
And the only benefit I had was like collecting bottles and other stuff, like bringing it back to the supermarket and getting money back from this for me to buy sweets.
Yeah.
That was my benefit one time in a year from the Love Parade. Carrying
that
like
sounds
a lot
exactly
of bottles.
like that's exactly what I would do at the St. Patrick's Day festivals in Chicago as a kid, was bring a Polaroid camera and just go. My dad would take me to the bars, and then I would go around when everybody was drunk and take their photos for like $20, for Polaroid, because they were. And this is back in the 80s, you know what I mean? Like $20 for a Polaroid. That's wow. That was the NFT of the day back then on that day for the drunks. But yeah, I always loved that holiday because I got rich that day. Pretty funny.
Wow. Yeah. I mean there are things that are like lifetime experience, and you never will forget it. And those are the things. Listen, those are the things you want to try to bring this in the world of today.
Yeah.
Like, how can you bring this experience back into what's happening now and here? I think this would be like a crucial thing, and like a business idea on earning some stuff. I mean, it's not all. I mean, if you listen to me, I'm like often speaking about money and what I spend and what I earn and stuff. Even if that is not that important to me, but I also want technically in Germany, I'm compared to living in other countries, I'm living in a quite good country to be in.
Yeah.
No war and other stuff. I mean, we had a huge price increase in gas and electricity and so on since the Ukraine war started, and since we are completely supporting the Ukrainians and trying to not get anything from Russia. So we pay a lot of extra fees. So it's getting worse here, but still considered like living in the Ukraine war. I prefer living here, paying higher prices, than having every day to think about how I survive. That's
absolutely.
That's like a complete different level.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I mean, I've been connected to the design team of Dungeon Master, and they are all sitting in the Ukraine, all kept working while the war, and they said we want to work because it's also some kind of distraction from what's happening around us. And if you look at that way, most of us in Germany and also the US, which I think are the most of the audience right now, we're living comparably in a quite good spot. And if we are in crypto, comparably, we may also have maybe more or the chance to get more than others around us because we were early adapters. Still in crypto, even if crypto is a decade old, we are still early adapters if you look at how many people are in the world.
Right. That's a great point. That's a really good point. All right, I'm going to run this last game for the grand prize giveaway. Oh, I got to click it on this screen, not that one. All right, we'll get that going here. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Left or right? Final giveaway of the day.
So, 2 cosmic wishes are on the spot, right?
Yes, that's right. 2 cosmic wishes, a rabbit hole, the movie promo pack, and a Nifty Kicks free-to-play crate.
Wow!
All in one bundle here for one winner. So good luck. Oh, and there goes half the board.
Oh, that's been early.
Yeah.
I just was moving right. Puzzler is here. Hello. Yeah. Fatboy B, Band SW Pop Lover, all around. Just seeing JHU Leader, all seeing so much common faces, right? I say faces even if I have not seen all of them, all faces of them, but it's like being so connected to those names. No, I'm gone. So connected to those names already. Like that's crazy.
It's true. I see these people every day. Half of some of these names it's just thrown out. Like I see some of them like Yahoo Leader, got Pier 12, MFT King Kong, Puzzler. Yes, it's amazing. Like I wouldn't be doing this without these names. It's
wow. Great. That's top Pier 12.
Wow, there you go. That was a fine victory. Smart move. That was like everybody and then one. That was crazy. All right, let me drop this on you here. Well, I'm super excited for your new position over at Atomic Hub. I think that's really, really cool. I think it's going to be a fine 2023. I'm excited to see what you bring to the team and to the whole system. Tap here, check your whisper. You've gotten your prize there. Super cool. And I'm always excited to see where you go next and stuff. So I think this is a good move for you. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of your NFTs, more of your art. I want to hear your music too. That's really cool.
You need to come more often to the stream.
Yeah. So you're rocking in the stream. You're playing live then in the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I did see that a while back and forgotten that you were doing that. Have you had a duel off with Sensei yet? Sensei Bullraj?
No. We still not met on stream together yet.
Oh, that's insane.
I'm still waiting to meet Eddie. Want to have Eddie on my stream, or I would go on his stream, but we somehow did not manage to get this sorted yet. So
yeah, that's got to happen. You guys got to duel it out. Dueling pianos. It'll be amazing. That'll be cool.
Yeah, Family also will jam with me. We're going to do that, but off stream first to get all things sorted, and then we can do it on stream. Here's our LeftHouse. Don't forget to do your version of Fabrice.
I will. I'll get into that. That'll be fun.
I'm also chasing more creators to do that because I want to have 15 to 20 different versions before we're going to bring this to life. Please poke me when the launch of the film pass. No, it's not the film pass. It's the film club pass.
Yeah, film club pass. Yeah, for sure.
Poke me when this is around the door. Then we're going to have you on my stream.
Yes.
And prepare to reveal something you never showed before somewhere else.
Yep.
And,
absolutely. I'd love to do that.
And then we're going to bring you up. I'm mostly there on Thursdays and Sundays. That's like the fixed planned times, and mostly like 1.5 hours earlier than we met today.
Yeah, cool. I can do that. That's great.
I think that it's like 11:30 a.m. PST.
Yes, indeed. I can wake up then. No, I'm up.
Life of an artist. I can wake up at 11:30.
Hilarious. All right, so we're gonna run into the online in. We're gonna raid into the online in after this, and let's get out of here for the day, for the week. Thanks everybody for tuning in, always being a part of it. Like I said, without you guys, this doesn't happen. Sascha, thank you so much for spending the last couple hours with me. It was a treat and a joy. You're the best, man, for real.
Thanks a lot, and see you quite soon.
Yes, indeed. All right, guys, let's start let me drop the outro and I'll start the raid. Bye-bye.
It's time!
Another award-winning show. Heck, another award-winning week. I want to thank all the guests, everybody that came in this week and shared their stories and their knowledge, and everybody in the chat that shared their stories and knowledge. You guys are the best. Let's do it again next week.